Welcome back again. It is match preview for our game on Wednesday night at home to Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. And look who's joining me for this one.
Alright,
How you doing, man?
alright.
Good. That's what we'd like to hear. Anyway, guys, if you do enjoy this live preview, of course, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button, of course, if you are new to the channel or if you join the content and not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, as it does really help grow the channel. Hit the notification bell as well, because it will let you know whenever I am going live or when there's a video that's been uploaded to the channel as well. Feel free to donate because we do have Super Chat available. And feel free to become a member of the channel just for 99p a month as well. So you are. We'll just rattle through some comments before we get into discussing what will happen on the game on Wednesday night. Jacob's in the house. Hello. Go Newcastle. White Trouswell in the house. Evening PW. Well, as well. Well, Carabao Cup action on Wednesday night. Have we got a chance of getting to the next round, considering the way we are playing at the moment?
I reckon I've got a chance, to be fair. Because we've been playing really well the last few weeks and want to run. And yeah, we're in the top three, but I can see us getting a cup run as well.
It's possible. Why can't we go on something like this? Considering under previous Mike Ashley, we were pretty much out in the early stages. I know we did against Cambridge last season under the new ownership, but that was definitely a one to forget. Hopefully that's not us now. But hey-ho. Do you expect Eddie Howe to make some changes in the side? Or do you think he's going to keep a lot of that side the same for Wednesday night?
I think there will be a few changes.
Okay. Who can you see coming in?
I think Carriers.
Possibility, yes. I don't see why not. I wouldn't be risking Darlow straight away because he had a bit of a serious injury. So I would. Maybe why not give him an opportunity? We've brought him in, just to see what he can do. As well. Anyone else you can see coming in as well?
Montreal.
Possibility as well.
Probably.
Yes.
Probably rest Kieran Trippier.
Yep, or he'll at least be on the substitute bench for the game. It was great to see Mankio get some minutes under him a little bit because he's been out the side for a while, just not getting selected as well. I can see Jamal Lascelles coming in for this one as well.
Yeah.
He's got to be on his game for me, definitely. That's the issue. He's got to be on his game. He's lost his place out in the Storm lineup for a reason now, because look at how Fabian Schär and Sven Botman have been doing in the Premier League for us, and they've been outstanding, the pair of them. But if Lascelles is going to play it on Wednesday night, big job for him. It's got to be. He's got to be on his game focused.
I reckon Matt Target could step in as well.
Yes, that's another one, I believe, who could step in as well. I think he could either look to rest Dan Burn or he might drop him into centre-back. Possibly as well, but I think it'd be great to give Target some minutes as well. Lost his place again for a reason, because Dan Burn is really starting to get to grips with that left-back role now. I think I can see possibly Anderson starting. For me, he did against Tranmere. Give him another opportunity of another start in this Carabao Cup game against Crystal Palace.
Yeah. I don't think Bruno will play.
Possibly not.
Well, he's just been selected for Brazil, hasn't he?
Yep.
Unless they have him on the bench. Probably Shelvey could step in.
I think Shelvey is going to come in for this game as well. I must admit, I think give him that extra minutes. He has been getting some minutes under his belt, but let's see how he can do from the start lineup. Because again, we like him for his creativity and all that in terms of his ability and his passing. So that is going to be key from him as well, if he is to play in this game as well. Yep.
I reckon it might be Shelvey, possibly Longstaff, and Willock.
Oh, so you don't think Anderson's going to get in the start, or do you think he's going to be a bit further forward?
Probably a bit further forward.
Okay, that's very interesting.
I reckon Anderson might play on the left-hand side.
Okay. Who's going to play on the other side, do you think?
Probably Murphy.
Oh. So you don't think ASM's going to come in yet?
Unless he plays ASM up front.
I don't think I would be playing ASM as an out-and-out striker as well, but I do think he's going to play Chris Wood on Wednesday night as well.
Yeah, Chris Wood.
Great goal he scored, by the way. I mean, that was a cracking goal he scored.
I know.
And I think he's going to start Wednesday night. I don't think I would put Callum Wilson for this game because he had to come off because he was still feeling a little bit under the weather from the illness that he picked up. But the good thing is it's not an injury he's picked up. He was just still feeling a little bit under the weather, which was good. But, I mean, if Chris would score that cracking goal, you just hope it gives him just a bit of confidence going into the game if he's going to start on Wednesday night.
Yeah.
That you may look to get another one. You never know.
I know.
But, yeah. But I do expect a few rotations in there. So, again, because also we've got a big game on Saturday at home to Chelsea as well, which is the last game before the World Cup starts as well. So, yeah, well, I'm just going to keep ratting through some more comments. White Trout says, Pete Karma got me for those Klopp jokes. I have a giant abscess on my tooth that'll teach me. Those Klopp edge jokes are so funny at the minute, so take it away if you want to. Oh, well, I presume there'll be plenty on Friday night, no doubt about that. ASM needs a proper leg stretch. Want to see Armstrong on. I think he means Anderson, actually. Shelvey needs to run out too. I absolutely agree. ASM's back on the side. He's going to need some more extra minutes under his belt. I think I'd be looking to get him in that lineup on Wednesday night as well, just to give him some really, really long extra minutes. Dumb if he doesn't, maybe not play the full 90, but I think just to give him quite a bit of few minutes under his belt, because I think he's really is going to need them as well. So there you are. Yeah, he did mean Anderson. White Trout did mean Anderson. Give Murphy 90 minutes. He certainly could do that. You never know. Hope we beat Palace. Are we in the quarters if we do? Or is it not just into the 5th round?
It'll be the last 16 because there's 32 teams still left in.
Yeah, that's right. So it's the last 16 after this one. It'd be great, wouldn't it? Evening, lads. Would agree with starting Wood as he will have confidence from yesterday and Wilson can come off the net bench if necessary. Absolutely can. I mean, that's a good point as well. I'm not sure how Callum Wilson is feeling at the minute. He might still feeling a little bit under the weather, but at least if Chris Wood plays, we're playing with a striker in the side. I mean, Cambridge, beginning of this year in the Cup, we went in that game with no striker starting, and look how that utterly backfired on us.
I know.
And we tried Maxi up top, we tried Murphy up top, and it just didn't work at all.
I know.
So there. Lawrence says round of 16 if we win. As you just said that, Archer. easy to get things mixed up because of the World Cup messing things up. I mean, I wish the World Cup didn't clash with the Premier League, I've got to admit.
No. Well, that's here for you, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why it had to be roundabout this month rather than usual during the summer breaks when it's normally taking place.
I know.
I mean, Jesus, God Almighty. But do you think Palace are going to make some rotations in their side? So do you think they might drop Zaha? They might rest Eze? Do you think Palace are going to do that?
They might make a few rotations, probably. But if Zaha is playing, I'll probably need to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, I mean, has he ever scored a Premier League goal against her? I'm not entirely too sure off the top of my head. I think he might have actually. I think he might have when we drew 3-3 in 2014. I think he did score, but he's been really good this season, Wilfried Zaha. I think he's a bit of an idiot at times. I've got to admit myself. He can dive a lot, and that's what I don't like about him. But he has been really good this season. I think Eze's been superb this season as well. I think he's very skillful on the ball as well. And he's managed to get himself some goals as well this season. So we will have to keep an eye on them too, because I think those two are the main threats for them. Would you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, who else do you think Palace could select in that side as well?
Trying to think. What's that player? Who's that player that scored at the weekend against West Ham?
Oh, Olsey.
Olsey, aye.
Yeah, I mean, that was a cracking finish, to be fair, wasn't it? So that was a really good goal he scored, which he got the winner for Crystal Palace against West Ham. But I think both teams are going to be up for this. Absolutely. I hope there will be some rotations in there. Formation-wise, do you expect Eddie to keep it the same, though?
Yeah, keep it the same formation, but obviously there will be a few changes.
Yeah, I think there'll be some changes in defence. Definitely, I think it'll be changes pretty much a lot around the squad, but Eddie will keep it really strong as he possibly can. So, White Trout says, I still fancy Shelvey and Wood could work together, especially tomorrow. It's on Wednesday. Palace might find it hard with the height in our squad. Good chance for the defenders to head a chance or two. I mean, Lascelles can be good from coming getting goals from set pieces, to be fair to him, as well. So, but because he has been known to do that as well. But the good thing is about this game, it's a packed St James's Park night as well.
Yeah.
You normally Carabao Cup games are not normally sellouts, but because the way we're playing and who we are owned by now, which is why this is a sellout game.
And
I mean, I'm at the game, you're at the game as well. Yes, absolutely, yes. And Paris says this time next year we'll be in the Champions League.
I've been waiting to hear that.
I mean, it's a possibility, but what I've said is let's not overthink and get far too ahead of ourselves. Let's enjoy the run that we're on at the moment. And let's just keep that going, is all I'm going to say. Which is the most important thing. Let's enjoy what we're doing. And let's see what the outcome is towards the end, coming towards the end of the season.
Yeah.
Definitely as well. So, but yeah, I expect Eddie will keep a 4-3-3 formation, which is a formation that's just been working so well. It's just been working really, really well indeed. So, which is what I don't see any reason to go away from that at all. A player I don't want to see in the line up for me is Ryan Fraser. I think he's been absolutely woeful this season, and I don't want him anywhere near that in that start lineup tomorrow. Do you agree?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think has gone wrong with Ryan Fraser this season?
I
Because
think
there was glimpses of it last season, but where has that gone?
he's just gone downhill, to be fair.
Lost his starting place. Normally it was down the right when he used to link up well with Trippier, but because of how Miggy's playing now as well, who I think will be rested, or he'll be at least on the bench, Miggy.
Yeah.
I mean, would you be looking to offload Ryan Fraser either January or in the summer?
Probably January.
And that could free up the space to get more play, to get another winger in, i.e. Madison can play there, i.e. Mudryk from Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah.
Also, Moussa Diaby as well.
Or we could do a swap deal with Leeds. We have Jack Howson, they can have Ryan Fraser.
Oh, I'm not sure if Leeds would accept that, but Jack Harrison's a really good player in my opinion as well. So if we end up in any Euro comp next year, I think we'll need heavy investment squad. We'll need heavy squad investment to play in the cups and keep it going in the league, absolutely. Which I've no doubt the owners will do that, definitely. This is a one from Whitetrout. How come he can play blinders for Scotland? How do you think? Why did it baffles me? Why can Ryan Fraser do it for Scotland, but why can't he do it for us now?
It just baffles me. He does RV for his country, but when he plays for his club,
but you've seen that from him last season. There was good moments from him last season, but where's it just gone?
I know.
And I don't know why, and that's why I don't want to see Ryan Fraser anywhere near the start lineup tomorrow. I mean, he's been on the bench, but he hasn't been making appearances off the bench lately. And again,
there's another player that could have a chance. Matt Ritchie.
I think Richie's still injured at the moment.
Is he?
I think Richie's injured at the moment. But again, to me, that's not a massive loss at the minute.
Yeah.
I think Richie will be away come the end of the season.
I know. Eddie Howe could bring in a few of the under 20, so the under 21s or under 23s.
Don't say why not. The likes of Dylan Stevenson. Is it Joe White, I think?
Joe White, Dylan Stevenson.
Yep. Absolutely, yep. I like coffees in the house. Hi, PD Ultra and all. True's in the house as well. Ashington says, anyone think that Chelsea versus Arsenal game wasn't that good? Both looked not good, as I expected could be wins for them. I watched that game and I thought Chelsea were absolutely dog shit in the game yesterday. Arsenal just about stepped it up, but I thought Chelsea were abysmal for me yesterday, and that is probably that is one of the poorest I've seen them, and that is why I fancy us to take 3 points against them at home come this Saturday as well. I believe we will. I think Chelsea looks shocking to watch at the moment. There's no effort I've seen from them. I think it's just flat for what I've been seeing from them. But yeah, so there you are. True says Richie's way too slow, in my opinion. I mean, I don't think Richie's got the pace now, has he?
No.
And that's a player who will be out of contract come the end of the season, and that is the one we can move on as well.
Yeah.
Or could see him in some sort of coaching role at the club, which there's been things like that mentioned as well. Hey, White Trout. Oh, God. Here we go. We've got a Klopp joke that's just come in as well. So here we go. He says, right. Klopp's got toothache. The dentist says, well, send a forklift to collect them. White Trout says he could see Andy Ritchie end up in the backroom staff. I don't see why not, in a way. Chelsea were worst, but I wasn't overly impressed by Arsenal either. I just didn't think Arsenal had to get out of first gear to win that game because of how bad Chelsea were. If Klopp gets a toothache, he will be out for a year with those gnashers. Probably release Jamal Lewis in January. Good lad, but not at the level we need. I mean, could he get a chance in the cup as well, or do you think he just seems now he's a forgotten man, and that's a player that could be well on his way out soon as well?
I feel sorry for Lewis, like, in a way.
I do in a way as well.
Like, we bought him we got him from Norwich for about 12 million or something, didn't we?
Yeah. I thought there could have been something in Jamal Lewis, but I don't know. I could see a 3-0 versus Chelsea. Yes, I certainly could as well, just the way we're playing. And Mark debates, apparently you can see Klopp's teeth from space. Klopp's teeth, ninth wonder of the world. Lawrence says, Lewis does have talent, but needs to move on for the sake of his career. I agree with that. I mean, he's not getting games now here. I think the best thing is we send him out on loan, or we just part ways and look to get a fee for him if it's in January or come the end of the season. I think Dummett should go before Lewis. Yeah, as well. I mean, Dummett's got any pace about him now. He's completely made of glass now. And I believe he'll be away come the end of the season. Would you agree? Do you think that's the one he'll be off the wage bill come the end of this season?
Yeah, I reckon Dummett should go now because he only just signed a new contract, didn't he? Recently.
Yeah. But he's made of glass. It's injury after injury he picks up.
I know.
And yeah, I think it's final contract off the wage bill. Been a great servant, to be fair, but a player to move on because of who we are now, and we'll be attracting better players as well. So there you are. Oh, we've got 3 other comments about Klopp's teeth as well, so let's get into them. And he brushes his teeth with a street sweeper. Mason says, I can see Klopp's teeth in the time with them being so shiny. Who needs a nutcracker when you have Klopp's teeth will crack any nut with ease? Tony, if you're watching, are you going to get some in as well? Or are you taking note about these? So, but there you are. Dummer maybe joining the youth coaching system. That's fair play. But in terms he'll not be a footballer come this at the end of this when his contract runs out as well, definitely. So, hey ho. But you think Karius is going to be in goal on Wednesday? Do you think?
Yeah.
He just gives that opportunity. He carries a bit of Premier League experience with him. He does. But got to give the lad an opportunity in some way, don't we?
Yeah.
I mean, he was brought in as an emergency backup because we sent Dubravka out on loan. And, of course, Dollar was injured at the time. But I don't mind giving Karius an opportunity. I really don't.
Yeah.
So,
well, apparently, Eddie Howe's thinking of bringing Dubravka back in January. Apparently,
I would be saying goodbye to Dubravka now. I think his attitude's turned. He didn't want to try and fight for his place when we signed Nick Pope in, and he just took a hissy fit. And he went to another club out on loan, only to be sat on the bench for them as well.
no, he's not even getting game time for them either.
I mean, Dubravka can go. I've said he spat his dummy out, and I don't want players like that now at this football club. So I'm sorry, Dubs. Out the door you go completely. Where I'm up to. Mason thinks Dummett could play for Gateshead next season. Do you think that would be a good opportunity for Dummett? I think he may have to drop down the leagues at some point.
Yeah.
So why not someone like Gateshead? I mean, Adam Campbell, he plays for Gateshead.
No,
Why can he not?
I know. Could be.
Will Chelsea down tools in their cup game against Man City to focus on finishing top 4? I think Man City are going to put them out as well, and I can see us beating them at St James's Park. They're so poor at the minute. They're just so poor to watch. And I mean, that performance was dreadful from. I would rather keep Karius over Darlow, says Ashington. I don't think Darlow's got the Premier League experience now. Do you think now? I mean, he was a great sim to the Championship, but Premier League, he just doesn't cut it for me, does he?
No, I think Doll will probably have to go on, like.
I mean, he's still got still a bit left on his contract. That's the problem, though.
I know.
I mean, who was going to want to take him? That's the thing.
Yeah. There's also Gillespie as well.
I mean, Gillespie, he'll be gone come the end of the season as well.
I know.
Even Truth says Dubravka can go, in my opinion. Yeah, I've said it. Lawrence says, hope he sticks with Pope and goal. Maybe play Karius Adol if we get through and get an EFL sign in the next round. I think we'll be keeping Pope for Chelsea on Saturday, so it's going to be Karius Adolo that is going to play on Wednesday night. Get Dubravka out, keep Karius. Yeah, and a lot of people say don't welcome Dubravka back anymore. Yep, and even Truth says the same. Dubravka isn't welcome back in my book. The Weasel, sorry, but going to Man United to sit on the bench instead of working hard to get games here is disgraceful. I agree. It really, really is disgraceful, in my opinion. Dubravka crossed the Tyne to the underworld, and there's no going back, says Chris. Again, completely agree. And even Mason said, I lost my respect with Dubravka with going to that shit. I mean, would you say goodbye to Dubravka, Archer?
Probably.
I said, to me, he's not welcome back here anymore. Spat has done me out. We've got a good goalkeeper now in Nick Pope. We've got a better defence that plays in front of him. And there you are. Dubravka picked one of the worst teams to go to as well. Clearly did it on purpose despite us. I agree. I absolutely agree with that. Let's face it, he made some howlers too. He has, but he had been a really good goalkeeper for us, definitely. There was some mistakes in him, like his distribution wasn't always that up to scratch. But there you go. Patrick says, is Lascelles available on Wednesday? Yeah, I believe he is, and I believe he'll start on Wednesday. So, there you go. Even Ashington's Pope is better than Dubravka. I agree. I think Pope's got better distribution. Pope can save with his feet. I don't think Dubravka can do that at times. That's what I've noticed. But, well, what can you do? But, yeah. So, personally, if we send Dubravka back, if we get Dubravka back, let's look just to get him out the club on a permanent deal now. So, I mean, why didn't he go to Leicester? That would have been a better move for him. But, there you are. So, there. He is married, Patrick, but seriously, he is fit, says Trules. Oh, well. Yes, you know, Dubravka, yeah, he has definitely got a partner. He's definitely married, yes. So, but... Hope Anderson and Shelvey play against Palace. Yeah, I believe those two will come in there for me, definitely. So, you know what? Kraft needs minutes too. Forty Kraft's out till at least. I don't think you'll see Kraft till about March, April time. Something like that. Is he available again? Kraft will not be back for a very long time, so no, definitely not at all. Okay, then. So let's run through the predicted lineup. So 4-3-3 is what we're going to stick with, but we are going to expect some rotations within the side. Kraft will be out most of the season. Look, if he's back at all at end, yeah, I absolutely agree. Well, then let's kick it off. Okay, Archer, who's going to take the goalkeeper on Wednesday?
Carriers.
Okay, yeah, we think it could be Karius as well. A lot of fans, I think, the same as well. So I don't give him that opportunity, see what he can do. So all I can say is Kraft out for the season. We'll see. We're not too sure yet, but he's going to be out for a while. Maybe if he got to be in, possibly yes. Okay, right. I'll take right back, and I believe this man will come in. Javier Manquillo, I believe, will come in for this game. Maybe, and he might have Trippier on the bench and just bring Trippier on if he needs to get him in at some point of the game. So there you are. Right then, centre backs who's taken one of the centre back roles.
Lascelles.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Jamal Lascelles will take one of those spots as well, for me as well. Hard lines on Big Joe, not get Karius in there. I want to actually see how good he is. Why not? Yeah. Hard lines on Big Joe not making the Brazil squad. Yeah, I think that's quite harsh as well. Manquillo, we really need a replacement for him. I don't think Manquillo's been all that bad, I've got to admit. He's just not had a lot of game time. No how it's probably just a change or two. Lascelles in and Anderson and Murphy in as well. Right, I believe the next player to take a spot in the centre-back roles, and I believe this man will go back into his usual centre-back role, and I'm going to say Dan Burn is going to play alongside Jamal Lascelles as well. Let's see how he can do, because the Dorlight coming up against him because of his size, and he won't. I know he'll not have to do as much running around there. That's the thing. So there. Just run through a couple more comments. No one. I've just read that one. Lascelles in. I've just read that one as well. Karius, I'll second the motion. Archer. Dan Burn, good call. Yep, I think could have one of our best defenders in there as well. And right, Archer, who's going to take the left back?
Matt Target.
Yep, I think it will get Matty Target in there for me as well. Give him some minutes under his belt as well and see what he can do. Definitely as well. Burn has played all matches, though, and Botman hasn't. I don't think Dan Burn played against Palace in the 0-0 draw, actually. But he came on as a substitute, but he did start the game. Well, actually, I think Chuz has made that right. Botman hasn't. No, Botman didn't come on against Bournemouth at all, did he?
No.
So that was the thing. So there you go. Right, midfield 3. And I'm going to start with this man here. I believe this man is going to come in for me. Elliot Anderson. I would like to see him play and give him quite a lot of minutes with under his belt. And I'm looking forward to see what he can do on Wednesday night, definitely. So that's good. Think Bruno might get a rest. Yeah, I probably agree. Okay. Anderson in all day. Yeah. Okay, Archer, who's good? Another person taking that midfield role?
Shelvey.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be that man, Mr. John Joe Shelvey. I think it'd be great to get some more minutes. I think give him a start just to see what he can do. Definitely as well. And, we'd like him for his passing, his creativity as well. So I think it'd be good to see Shelvey get a lot of minutes inside him as well. So, there you are. And the last one in the midfield, who could it be? I don't think it's going to be Bruno. Willock is a possibility. I know he did play when we beat 2-1 at Tranmere. So
Longstaff.
Longstaff possibly as well. Oh,
Big Joe.
It could be Big Joe. Who could it be? Hold on, just rattle through these couple of comments. I'd love to see Anderson on left wing, but trust how though. Yeah, absolutely. I actually think it's going to be Willock. Do you know what? I think it is going to be Willock as well. I think it's going to be Willock. I think we could look more to keeping Joe Linton a bit more for Chelsea. So I'm going to go with Willock. And he's been so good lately. His work rate has been impressive. And you just knew he was due a goal at some point, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because of how good his work rate's been as well. So, yeah. Joe Linton, as he missed yesterday's game, possibility. Doesn't Shelvey in the middle? Yes, keep Joe for Chelsea. Says Ashington. Yeah, so there you are. Right, the midfield three. No, sorry, the attacking three, sorry. So, let's see. We'll start off on the right-hand side. Who's it going to be?
I'm Murphy.
Do you know what? Yes, we'll put Murphy on the right-hand side this time in his preferred position, and it will be better for him to get those crosses in the box as well. So let's put Murphy out on that right-hand side just to see what he can do, definitely. Should give ASM the first off, then put Anderson also. ASM could get some match training, in my opinion, as well. And Ashington think Chris Wood is going to play. So we think Murphy's going to play out on the right. Out on the left-hand side, I'm going to go with that man there, ASM. I think he will start as well. I think he is going to start on Wednesday, give him plenty of minutes under his belt as well, because he is really going to need them as well. So we're going to need ASM on fire for this game, definitely. All right. And, of course, final position, Archer, into the middle up front.
Chris Wood.
Yeah, it says most likely going to be Chris Wood. But hopefully the goal he scored yesterday gives him that confidence because he scored a cracking goal yesterday. I would look to keep more of Wilson for Chelsea as well, definitely. But if he brings Wilson on in the second half, if we're needing a goal at some point, then okay, fair play. But we'll wait and see. So that is the lineup, and Murphy could fill that and keep Willock up front with Wood and ASM possibly. And Ashington says ASM will probably start, yes. 2-0 to Toon is my guess. Archer looking pleased, I see. So there you are. Right, so yeah, the lineup we have gone with. So in goal, we've gone with Loris Karius. Right back, we're going Javier Manquillo. Centre backs, we're going with Jamal Lascelles and Dan Burn. Left back, we're going with Matt Target. The midfield three, we're going with Elliot Anderson, John Joe Shelvey, and Joe Willock. And the attacking three on the right hand side, we're going with Jika Murphy. On the left hand side, we're going with Alan Maximan, ASM. And up front in the middle, we are going with Chris Wood. So that is the lineup. Is Eddie Howe going to go with that? He could well do. But if there's a lot of players that are keeping their positions, fair play. Eddie Howe will want to take this competition seriously. So there you are. And Lawrence is going for a 2-0 victory to us. Murphy isn't that good. He has done a decent job, but nothing more, in my opinion. He's shown some small glimpses, I've got to admit, but you just want to see a bit more. That's the thing. So, and they are. And Lawrence says ASM and Miggy are going to be the goal scorers. So Lawrence thinks that Miggy will keep his pace in that lineup, but we shall wait and see. Okay, then let's go on to the final part of this of the show. And that is, we are going to get the score predictions in. So, Archer, starting off with you. What is the score prediction going to be? And who is getting the goals for Newcastle?
I'm going to go with 3-0.
3-0, wow. And who is scoring the goals for us?
Yes, we'll get one.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Wood.
Okay.
And let's go with Shelvey.
Shelvey, okay, Lord Voldemort. And I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Newcastle on Wednesday night. Let's just get the job done, get through to the next round, and we can focus on the big game, on the final big game before the World Cup, and that's Chelsea at home, where I believe we can beat these definitely as well. So there we are. Right, and so that is it for tonight's live preview. Of course, coming up next on the channel tomorrow, I will be back with the Premier League review show at 8:15. So come join me and the guys for that one, where we will look back at all of the Premier League games that took place over the weekend, and we'll give our thoughts on those as well. Because I do that once every 2 weeks, like Baz is doing that now. So me and him are chopping it and change it every week. So 1 week on his channel, and the other week it's on my channel as well. Definitely. So keep an eye for that. Of course, after the game on Wednesday night, I will be giving me quick thoughts, and there will be the fan reactions as well. So I'll be doing those as well. So feel free to get yourselves along, have your say on what you thought of the game. And let's hope we've got smiling faces come after the 90 minutes. And hopefully this doesn't go to a penalty shootout. Although, if it does, we've got to try and be a lot more confident with it this time. So, but there you are. But Patrick's going for 3-1. I'm going for a hard-fought 1-0. The changes might rock the boat, but we've enough to do the job, absolutely, as well. And Chu says, great show. And Ashton says, see you later, lads. As well. So, yeah, quick thoughts. As I mentioned, after the game, fan reactions, and most likely the next day will be the match review and player ratings, and also we'll have preview coming up for the Chelsea game as well, and of course the usual show on Friday night as well of PD's football live show as well, definitely. So there you are. Right, that is it, of course, for tonight, guys. Of course, again, if you have enjoyed, please, of course, do hit the thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Of course, if you're new to the channel or if you join the content and you're not yet subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button, because it is really helped growing the channel. It really, really is. Definitely as well. Please do hit the notification bell. It obviously will let you know whenever I am live or when there's a video that's been uploaded to the channel as well. You can still donate as well if you would like to do so. Feel free to, again, become a member for just 99p a month as well, definitely. So here you are. A couple more comments. Cheers, Peter. Just as white, no problem. And Truls says, take care all and have a great night. Thanks so much, Truls and the guys, for all tuning in tonight. Okay, guys, until tomorrow, I shall see you all later. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And just one more comment there coming in. I was just asking, give him the thumbs up. And we'll see you later. Take care, everyone. Good night, all.